Hello, welcome to Rev Sports and welcome to the post-match show India versus Sri Lanka. The Indian team have managed winning another game. They managed to continue on with the winning streak. An interesting game, I have to say. I think at one point this Indian team was cruising. We all thought this is going to be another comfortable victory. Then the Sri Lankans came back in the game, managed getting some wickets, made it a little difficult for the Indians at the end. But hats off to Shivam Dube for steering the team through. Devashish, let's just discuss this match. Some of your interesting highlights that you've noticed. Let's get straight into it. Where do you want to start? I think, do you want to first talk about that Indian bowling lineup? I think a good all-round performance by the Indian bowlers, first of all.
Ishan, as I speak, I just couldn't take my eyes off from the laptop because what an incredible fight by Lakshya Sen against the Chinese Taipei opponent. Obviously, it has been a nail biter. Means obviously, and but then coming to cricket, obviously in India had a comfortable win. I would say and that six by Shivam Dube of Hasaranga means actually he has means just show that he is coming of age. Obviously, given that he has been persisted with, he is showing that he can prove to be that finisher, perfect finisher, and obviously great hand by Akshar Patel as well towards the end. And so I think overall means obviously the only Rohit Sharma scoring that half century, but everyone got a start, got those 16, 20s, two of them got 30s. But then it's all about partnership. But then eventually, and thanks to that six from Shivam Dube, India won the match.
Yeah, absolutely. And, decent performance by the Sri Lankan team. I think a decent fight. They were again expected more out of the batting lineup, but credit goes to the Indian bowlers. Devashita was having a look at the scorecard. All of them have contributed in that bowling lineup. Everyone has had a part to play, and that's what you want. Even in the World Cup, when we were there, we noticed that if a team wants to do well, all of you all have to come together and perform. So, are you happy with that bowling performance?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously everyone chipping in, particularly Patel once again proving what a all rounder he is turning out to be for India. Shivam Dube also rolled out his arms for 4 overs. Arshdeep Singh, with the absence of Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami is also injured, so he is showing that he has it in him. So overall, it's a decent bowling performance, Ishan. But then for me, the peak of the bowler has to be Akshar Patel and Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah, absolutely. A fantastic performance by Akshar Patel. I think he really put the brakes on that Sri Lankan batting lineup. And, that's what you want. You want all your bowlers coming in, performing and doing well. And that's what we noticed today as well. The Sri Lankan batters, again, seem to be having their own set of worries and problems. They'll be wanting to solidify that middle order a bit more, Devashis. I think, again, that pressure comes to that a middle order, and after that, they find it difficult to push on and accelerate on. So I think that's something they'll have to work on. And even I'm having a look right now as well. Arshdeep Singh, all of them have some fantastic economy rates as well. 4.5, Mohammad Siraj, Arshdeep Singh 5.88, Akshar Patel 3.3, Shivam Dube 4.75. Kuldeep Yadav once again 3.3. Devashita. I think Kuldeep Yadav managed getting one wicket, but 10 overs just for 33 runs. That really puts the brakes on any team. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And Kuldeep Yadav has been picked in the team not just to contend but also to pick wickets, and that is what he has been doing. Means obviously he was phenomenal in that T20 World Cup campaign for India, and now he is taking forward that performance in the ODI
Just to
format as well.
update,
So
sorry, just to update, the match has actually gotten tied. The match has gotten tied.
pardon?
The match is tied. The match is tied. It's
Oh, okay.
yes,
Once
Shivam Dube
again,
could not.
once again.
Yes, once again, we were so sure that Shivam Dube will clear it, but it's tied. It's 2:30. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Means obviously, let's see.
Devashita, your thoughts?
But it's good for yeah. Let's see. Means obviously, India should have won the game.
Sorry?
India should have won the game, but then
They should have won the game.
all
Yes, they
credit
should have
to
won
Sri
the game.
Lanka for putting up that spirited performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they held their nerve. Bharat, we were talking, we had already started the live and we had assumed India needed one run to win. So we assumed that they'd won this game. And halfway through, I went to check the scorecard again and the match is tied. So it's a shocker. You must have been seeing this game. So tell us about it. What happened?
Yeah, I was switching between two channels. One is Lakshya Sen, that's still happening. That is when the Titanic battle is happening, and
Yes,
this.
all the attention is scattered. We
Uh,
don't know where to watch.
but you have to give credit to Sri Lanka. See, I said it some 4 or 5 times in your afternoon show itself. I don't know whether others heard or not. That Premadasa will get a very slow pitch and spinners will come into play. And when spinners come into play, Sri Lanka obviously have some kind of chance because obviously they have some decent spinners. You know, even Velalage has troubled India in the last year in the Asia Cup. He troubled on turning tracks, both India and Pakistan as well, and he can bat. And this Hasaranga obviously likes such conditions. So the spinners came into play, and you have to give some credit to Sri Lanka that the match finally ended in a tie. But obviously at 196 for 5 or whatever it was, when KL Rahul and Aksar Patel were batting, you felt like India would win that match. But yeah, credit to Sri Lanka to ensure that the turn ended up in a tie, and it is good for cricket that Sri Lanka have done something after that kind of humiliating loss they had in that final T20, losing wickets to Rinku Singh and Surya Kumar Yadav. This is at least good news for them.
Yes, absolutely. Devashita, I think, a commendable fight. I think none of us expected them to actually come back and manage holding on to this game. So, do you want to make a comment on this fight back? Just managing to tie this
Yeah,
game at that very last moment.
I would say means obviously we need to talk a bit about Walalege,
Yeah.
the knock he played. Obviously, that was a tremendous knock, and towards the end, that cameo from the Akila Dhananjaya means obviously those two actually helped Sri Lanka post that 230. They never looked like Sri Lanka would go on to score 230, but thanks to Walalege means obviously. He was brilliant. And obviously, I was quite impressed with his temperament, the way he paced his innings, and the wickets kept tumbling down on the other side. But what the Hasaranga, and the Sri Lankan lower order batting for the first time in the series, it showed some character. Means obviously, it was not evident in even the T20I series, but the way the lower order batting, especially the likes of Hasaranga, Akila Dhananja, and Walalege. But everyone chipped in, and all kudos to you. And then the way the bowlers backed them also. India would feel disappointed that they could not win the match in the regulation time, but then let's hope because the super over is still on. Let's see.
Yep. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I think we'll have to have a wait. We'll have to have a watch later on as well. Bharat, a bit disappointed by Shivam Dubey. He should have possibly looked to finish this game off. At that very end, he took them through. We were actually praising him. We were complimenting him that he managed seeing the team through, but he actually has not. So disappointing. I think he should have been the guy seeing this team through.
Yeah, you can go after him, but I think I will go back to that 196 for 5. I'm not going after KL Rahul or Aksar Patel, but I guess that is where 189 for 5, that is where I think India lost their way a little bit when Rahul and then Aksar Patel got out because both of them were kind of set. Shivam Dubey, yeah, he scored to 25, played decently, but it's on a slow turning track. There's always a chance that the opposition would get him out at some point because on a slow turning track, not too sure he has the game to play. Yeah, he scored 25 runs, but I'm saying I don't think he has the game to score say 40, 45 and take India home. So somewhere I think India, that is where they lost the game when KL Rahul and Aksar Patel got out in
Hmm.
consecutive overs, 2, 3 overs. Yeah, Shivam Dubey also played his part by getting out, but I think India lost their way when those two batters lost their wickets.
Yes, yes. Rohit Sharma got some runs today. Devashita 58 or 47. Good innings by him. But again, he would like to kick on and maybe get that 100 as well after that start. Is that something you would have expected, or are you happy with this knock after coming back after a month's break after that World Cup?
Yeah, I would say he looked very confident. Means obviously that break has recharged both Virat and Rohit. Means obviously Rohit became the second fastest to score 15,000 runs, and that's an achievement in itself. Obviously, it's 56 for half century, but then. Uh, uh, When you got, especially as Bharat said that the Premadasa wicket has always been and slow track, so run making does get difficult. So when you are in, means obviously you should try and then build that part, build your innings, obviously. But then, and talking about Shreyas Iyer, he will be very disappointed, and because it was a great opportunity for him, but then he will feel disappointed much as Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli. Everyone got starts, as I said, means everyone got those 16s, 20s, 30s, but none of them went on to make a big knock. So that is what is happening. But when it comes to Rohit Sharma, once again, he showed that he's a great batter, but then he will be disappointed that he could not make a big score.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. And Bharat, I was speaking to Devashita about the Indian bowling performance as well. And a good all-round show here. Akshar Patel as well, Kuldeep Yadav. Any thoughts and comments on this bowling lineup and how they come together?
Yeah, the spinners were expected to bowl well at a ground like Premadas, and became good. Kuldeep Yadav, Sundar, Washington Sundar, Akshar Patel, yeah, Arshdeep Singh also again taking a couple of wickets, and Mohammad Siraj up front took a wicket. So combined performance was good. Though again, if you want to be really bit harsh, if you really want to point out some points, some flaw or something, then Sri Lanka were 101 for 5 and 142 for 6. From there, they allowed Sri Lanka to get to 230. Yes, Velelage played really well. He's someone who has shown that temperament not just in international cricket, in the Asia Cup last year. He's also shown it in junior cricket, in under 19 cricket. But India kind of let Sri Lanka off the hook at 104 1 for 5 and 142 for 6. So India might look back and think, yeah, maybe we could have bowled them out for 200. But yeah, it was a good bowling effort. One more point I wanted to add
Yeah.
about Shivam Dube. See, I agree with your point that he should have taken India home, but I see he didn't pick the straight one. That is why he got out LBW. So I go back to that point that I'm not too sure he has the technique. His technique on slow pitches. That's I think turned out to be that went against him because he couldn't pick that arm ball from Sri Lanka.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And because Shomik, who's just joined as well, we'll go straight to him. Shomik, uh, can you hear us? Shomik, can you hear us? I think he's at the venue, so there might be a network issue that's going on. He's at the stadium at the moment, might be just leaving. So hopefully he'll join us again. Okay, I think he's back. Shomik, can you hear us? No, I think we'll ask him to join in a bit again. Yeah. Yeah, but fair points, there, Bharat. I think, very well said. Devashish, are you looking at any changes in this next game, in the next ODI for this Indian side here?
Mm, Let's hope. Let's hope. Obviously, we would love to see Rian Faraj getting a game in this series, as well as Harshit Rana, who has impressed in the practice sessions. But it goes to be seen whether the team management does give them a chance in the series. But then, obviously, I would just like to take a bit forward on that Shivam Dube topic. Obviously, India
Yeah.
needed 34 runs of 55 balls. Means obviously all he had to do is to just take India home. But it's I would say it's once again a great opportunity lost because he should have finished the game. And see and remember that he has been picked in the side, means he preferred over the likes of Rian Parag and others. So ideally, he should have finished the game. But then, all said done, Akshar Patel is proving to be a great all-rounder in the side. Means obviously, the Ravindra Jadeja, once he comes, it goes to be seen whether both Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel fits into that playing 11 or not. And once again, you remember that KL Rahul also got a start, 31 runs, and remember
Yes.
he was preferred ahead of Rishabh Pant. So that is what I'm trying to emphasize, that everyone got a start, but none got a 50, means except for Rohit Sharma, and that is what will be hurting the Indians, obviously, Um, mm, mm, so hopefully in the next match, we would say see a would love to see a better performance from the batting unit.
Hopefully,
Just
absolutely.
just at a point, says on
Yeah.
Shivam Dubey, what I see is he scored a four, he scored a six. I think from his point of view, it would have been better if he tried to play an attacking game only. Because, as I said, I'm not too sure he's someone who can pick the spinners on a slow turning pitch. He missed a straight ball, arm ball, and got out. I think it would have been better if he tried to hit either four or a six. If it got out, fine. Yeah, he might have. Yeah, he would have been again criticized, but I think he had a better chance of hitting the winning runs if they try to hit in the four or a six. But as far as Aksar Patel is concerned, I think he has a definitely a better game against spin than Shivam Dubey. I think he's one of the best players of spin. Honestly, I'm saying he's one of the best players of spin going around in the Indian team currently, because he's someone who's able to pick the length really well. That is why he's able to play back, he's able to go right forward. Those batters who get stuck in the crease against spinners, they're who are not picking the spinners. Like Shivam Dubey, it happened to him. I guess it happened to Kohli as well. Nothing against Kohli as a batter, but today he definitely didn't pick the length when he got out LBW.
Hmm.
But Aksar Patel is one of those who picks the length really well. That is why he's able to play spinners as well as he does.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Then
So,
just I
yeah,
would just like I
yeah.
would just if you would allow me just like to ask Bharat, obviously that move of sending in Washington Sundar at number 4. Means, do you think that it was the right move? Obviously, the team management might have thought that they wanted a left hand right hand combination in the middle against the spinner, but it did not take. But going forward, do you love to see Washington Sundar being promoted up the batting order?
Yeah, I guess see, yeah, this team management seems to be a bit different, right? So they tried even you can say it was Surya Kumar Yadav's move, but it seems like the think tank itself right came from right from Gambhir's mouth, or maybe it could have been Abhishek Nair or someone else who said it. That try someone like Riyan Parag, try yourself, try Rinku Singh somewhere as a spin bowler, and in the same way they tried Washington Sundar at number 4. Yeah, you can say left right combination, but I feel this team management is looking to experiment. That is why you will see such kind of moves, which is good only because it's a bilateral series. If you don't experiment in a bilateral series, then when will you experiment, right? So maybe from that point of view, it was a good move. Yeah, it didn't work out. But see, Washington Sundar is a good utility player. I'm not too sure is someone who can come at number 8 and try to hit slog his way and score 20 of 10 balls. Yeah, he can take singles, twos. I agree. Maybe India are looking at Washington Sundar as kind of number 5 batter in the future when someone gets injured. Say, for example, Seshai Iyer gets injured, or KL Rahul is not around. Maybe they're looking at him as a kind of utility player who can bat in top 5. I don't see anything wrong that they're experimenting in a bilateral series.
Okay, awesome. Just having a look, I don't think there is a super over that's happening at the moment. Devashish, any update? I doubt there is a super over
I
that will
don't know.
take place.
I am not watching the match because I am
Yes.
totally relying
Bharat,
on.
have you idea on this?
That is over.
Is this
There's one day match, no super over. One day
no
match,
super
zero.
over, right? Yes. Okay.
One
Just
day match,
wanted to
no super.
confirm.
So the
All
match
right.
is
Awesome.
tied.
Match is tied, officially tied.
One day
So
match.
a lot of confidence for Sri Lanka, I guess, moving on for that second ODI. And I think it's been a good discussion. Any final thoughts, Bharat, before we end this live and switch on back to the Olympic sports as well? Because I think everyone wants to look into that, and obviously cricket. But any final thoughts?
Yeah, as I said, it was a great match from a cricketing point of view. It was a great match because, see, I'm an Indian. Obviously, I will think of the Indian team, but I kind of felt bad for the Sri Lankan team that the way they played in the final T20, getting out to Rinku Singh, getting out to Surya Kumar Yadav, not able to score 9 runs of 12 balls or whatever. So, from a cricketing point of view, it was good to see that the match ended in a tie. That there was some competition, and the Sri Lankan spinners, the way Velalage played again, this is someone with sound temperament, showed it right in the Under 19 World Cup itself with the ball and with the bat. And yeah, it's good for Sri Lankan
Right.
cricket and in terms of how we look at from a cricketing point of view.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Devashida. I think a good, fascinating game of cricket. A lot of confidence for the Sri Lankan team moving on to the second ODI. Thank you to all those who have joined as well. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned to Rev Sports, and continue supporting us. We'll catch you all again tomorrow morning. Enjoy the night, and we'll see you all very soon. Thank you.
And also say best wishes to our Lakshya Sen. He's currently leading.
Best